Okay, yes. Morning members. Abasobodde otwegattako leero. Hope all is well. Ennaku z'omwezi 20. Tugenda kuba tutunuulira different perspectives. Perspective eri mu katale essaawa zino eno. Tulabe ki kye tusobola okugyamu olunaku lwa leero olwokusatu. Makkati ga wiiki omwezi gubuzaayo ennaku 10 gwa 7. So bw'oba olaba vidiyo eno mu mwaka ogujja manya ffe twali tukyebuuza omwaka nga gugenda. Okay guys, like the stream, subscribe, kitukolera, leave a like, leave a comment, typing a bujja, typing a yes, typing a hello, typing a something YouTube ebyo byeyagala. So and we thank everyone asobodde subscribing. We are growing so fast and organically. Tewali gwe tupayinga naye so many people are subscribing because of what we provide. So leave a like, leave a subscription. This is a Luganda stream. So nebobanga, even if you don't understand, even if you don't understand, just leave us a subscription. It will help to grow the channel, and maybe if you're Ugandan, you might need it in the future. So just subscribe, click the bell button to keep up with us. Okay guys, leero lwokusatu tugenda kuba tunuulira okusookera ddala katunuulire ku dollar index, tulabe kiki ekiri mu katale. Generally, let us start with the bias. Okay, let me go to the dollar index. Tugenda kuba tunuulira dollar index, tulabe kiki kyeyinza okutuwa for now. Then tubeeko tulabe oba tunaafunayo opportunities. Let us start with the fundamentals. Tulabe ki ekiri mu katale. Let us start with the news. Tulabe ki ekiri mu katale. Hope the audio is not too loud. Katsubire nti going to tell it too loud. Last time my audio was too loud and my music was too loud also. So and my mic started muted. So it was all not good at the start. Naye katsubire ntuli okay. Okay. Salamu alaikum mukululuze. Good to have you. Ze Hamid. Mubiro Idris. Salamu alaikum. Morning Mubiru. Mkulunganda Joseph. Morning Hajat B. Morning. What time does it start? Impozi Stimanyi Chichobuza. We are live. Okay. Hello, deserve. Okay. So, guys, okay. Guys, let us just like the stream. Invite others. Gezako kubako go inviting us. Sindika link, share. Just share with others tusobole okubanga tutambulira wamu.
Namanyi mukuru Bashir waliyo abantu abalina talent y'amaanyi mu trading but they lack information. For example, me, if I did get that information, nandubadde and mukuru Makasor na enze ndaba siri muri mindi trader, but because I was lacking information. So bobera wano tobera natima sharinga mu group zona zorimu abantu bafuna information oyinza kusanga wali wajetaga, you can change someone's life tomanya just the card whatever video nungi ne kunyumiranga mu content sharing mu group tomanya wayinza kubera yo mu babiri abasobora okubiyetaga ate no kyosobolamu bwabo indirect nga bwe tokimanyi.
True. Wali mulimirwa kuba wavumbula buvumbuzi kirala kyosobola kukola ne singa tewamanya wamanya luvanyuma. Okay, yesterday we didn't have so much ekyenjawulo ekyabaddewo mu mawulire nti Europe eraga nti they didn't have too much inflation. Like inflation numbers came out positive, like as expected. kyoyinza okugamba nti they came out as expected. Bw'olaba final CPI came out as 18, so teya increase nze ne core gundi teya increase nze, so it's like there's tebalinga US. So gegamu ku mawulire agabaddeyo, mpozi tewabaddeyo nnyo mawulire Bailey tewaliwo nnyo kyamaanyi kyayogedde, bineeno byabaddewo ggulo. So tulaba gundi Australian Bank gundi naye governor naye yabadde ayogera ekiro kusaawa zaabadde 8. So if you're trading Australian dollar, then you have to know what happened. Leero wabaddeyo not final cut, but mu pound oba mu UK nabo babadde ne interest rates ezibadde waggulu. Kitegeeza ki? Gezaako okulaba ku video z'emabega ezogera ku interest rates, naddala weeks 2 zonna tubadde tugezaako okunnyonnyola interest rates ne inflation we bitegeeza. So USA, UK, their inflation numbers are increasing. Last time they had 9.1, esaawa zino ziri 9.4, baadde basuubira 9.3, America eri ku 9.1. So inflation yeeyongera, they have to increase the interest rates as it must, so to curb the inflation. Ndoza ne mu Uganda twalabye Bank of Uganda nayo ya increasing.
Bagambye oluvannyuma lw'emyaka 20 euro yabadde flat ne dollar nga zenkana teri njawulo 1-1.
Yeah, we call it parity. Enda kongero kyogerako, we talked about it. Like the dollar according to ekyo kyasemba kubaawo mu 2008. Like dollar ngeri parity, like any currency bwebera ngeri equal to any other currency tukiyita parity, like they are equal. So kusaawa 9 tulina Canadian inflation rates, zineno tetusuubira nti ziyinza okubaako kyezikola. Already Canada yayongeza dda interest rates, so and they are expecting lower inflationary rates, like okubanga zikendedde from 1.84 to 0.9. So kyebasuubira, so tewaliwo nnyo kiyinza kuba amawulire eno wiiki tegenda kuba mpozi waneeno Japan yesuubirwa okubaako ekyokukola next on Thursday tomorrow. Singa Japan oba Japanese yen increasing interest rates, waneeno nze wensuubire wagenda okubeera a bit of a surprise of the week. Japanese yen ekibizi egenda kubeerawo saa 12 eyinza oku increasing into positive interest rates. Ekyo kyensuubira for the first time in about 20 years, Japan oku increasing okuva mu negative territory interest rates, okujjawo etuyita quantitative easing. Let me get this. Quantitative easing kitegeeza okubanga supplying ekola printing a cent okusupporting businesses, then negenda mu quantitative abula kyonna kyekiri tightening, like netandika okujjawo incentives zebaddewa businesses printing a sente, netandika okujja sente mu economy ng'ate ezeddiza. So kitegeeza tuli likely okulaba Japan ng'eyongeza interest rates, ebadde mu negative interest rate territory okumala ebbanga ddene nnyo. So we hope it will do, simanyi kyeyinza naye nze nsuubira a surprise for the first time. Euro twalabye nayo eri likely. Bailey yagambye nti curbing inflation. It is not we will over what they have to fight to curb the inflation. Beira or UK or pound or UK governor, Bank of Japan, Bank of England, sorry. So euro nayo ku nature nayo esuubira okwongeza interest rates. Tujjukira euro ebadde mu negative interest rates for the first time in nayo mu 15 years yazze mu positive, wadde zaabadde zero naye kati basuubira okwongeza by 25 basis points. So waneeno byebimu buli ensi webeeyongeza oba government oba bank of any gundi weeyongeza interest rates, ekyo kiri somehow positive for the currency. So tulaba euro, we could still play. Abaliko ku Monday, we are playing the euro bulls oba buys, ne tubala dollar weakness oba dollar sells. Then netubala, another thing we had in mind, we had the equities pump or buys, and this is the sentiment for the week we had. But the weekly outlook, I would encourage try to go through Monday's video ojalaba tuberewamu. So equities, then those are pound yen weakness, JPY weakness, over sales, buys weakness. So I'm still standing with this. Waneno ekiyinza okukyukamu if the Japanese yen changes its sentiment, never mu negative. Waneno tomorrow saa zigenda kubeera 12 nedda mu positive interest rates, kitegeeza Japanese yen tuyinza olaba ng'efuna pumps, ng'efuna momentum, kitegeeza tujja kuba tuselinga any yen pair. I will be looking at that. Equities, I'm still looking at the pumps, US30, NASDAQ, dollar. I'm still seeing or identifying weakness kubanga tewaliwo mawulire gagenda kubanga gakyusa sentiment until next week wetwinayo FMC nayo interest rates. FMC egenda kubeerayo next week. So waneno kisuubirwa nti already it is priced in. So euro basuubira ogenda mu negative, mu positive interest rates, kitegeeza right now the euro is in they are pricing in the euro strength over these interest rates. So eyo ye bias ebaddewo mweno week, and that is what we are carrying. So today tewaliwo nnyo mawulire gayinza kukyusa nnyo sentiment eyo leero ng'olwaleero. So we should go with that sentiment. Canadian CPI, Canada already are increasing the interest rates. If the interest, when they are pricing in the future interest rates. However, Chensubira, if the Canadian dollar zibera more than what they are expect, nebava mu 0.1, nebagenda more than 1, either 1.1 or 1.2, tujalabanga yongera okupampingamu bwenebeera this number better than, like more than what they are expecting kusaa mwenda, then tujalabanga tufunayo ka pump mu card, then balyoke ba realizing that maybe the inflation is increasing more, so then they will see, we can see a dump in the Canadian dollar, meaning yojalabanga maybe USD card tulaba pump, maybe GBP card tulaba pump, but we could see a fast sell then to buy if the numbers are good, like if you see green like we did here, nga bwe tulabye waneno ku pound yesterday, is it today? Pound is, nga bwolaba pound, sinakebera ku charts, naye pound ebadde n'amawulire amalungi, but I think the interest rates zebagenda okugira. So ndowooza kyekyo, that is what pound ebadde n'amawulire, bw'obanga obadde mu chart, olina kuba nga weegendereza just for that. Katandike ne pound yen. Generally, ku indices, the yen pair, let me use this. Like the stream, guys. Bulirako omulala, type in a comment, kijja tuyamba. Kantandike ne yen, engeri gundi gye yabadde n'amawulire. Okay, this is our yen. Yen is so bearish. Tugambye ensonga ekyali mu negative interest rates. So we are breaking the major psychological levels, going lower, the 70. Now we are going to 90s, 69. So meaning nti esawa zineno si kirungi eri pound, eri yen, sorry. Yen is so weak individually, kati gonna amaanyi geefuna egajja ku maybe oyinza ogamba ku weakness of another currency. Naye yen sells zikola kubanga buli we tugezaako kola pumps, we make lower lows. Whenever we try to make a pump, we end up making lower lows. Whenever we try to make so buli we tugezaako kola pumps, then we break the structural lows to continue down. We tugezaako kola pumps, I expect lower lows to maybe 68, sina chindi ku 65 psychological level. So when subira, unless yen singa increasing interest rates, kyekyo kyokka ekiyinza okusavinga yen. Singa tulabanga increasing, now they are pricing in these negative interest rates, like maintaining the dovish, like the bank not increasing the interest rates. Buli we bo printing a sente mu economy nga sente nyingi, obanga ebintu bili sente zigwamu value. So we could see the yen plummeting, kitegeeza onoonya bunoonya currency eri strong. So that is what I would expect. Then let me look at the pound yen. Tulabe okusinziira ku mawulire. No, let me first look at the pound. Tulabe amawulire gajja affectinze gatya individually. Okay. Interest rates generally tezina kyezikoze ku pound kubanga zizina essaawa nnya. Doza ekitegeeza nti here, this is the candle we are in. Let me give it more. Let me go to 1 hour. No, let me just use this. Individually, yen is also, pound is also weak. However, it is not as such weak ngabo gamba naye we are also in this consolidation inzo gamba downtrend. Na yo tegezaako buli reprinting lows and highs doesn't break the highs, the higher high over the previous highs. Now ne sawa zineno, maybe you can say we printed this high, this low, we have failed to go higher than that. Kitegeeza oyinza okwesanga nga to break in the below this low, okola lower lows. So kitegeeza pound eri weak, yen is weak. Kati ojja kwesanga nga oli mu consolidation. Pound yen yegezaako okwambuka wekola pullbacks, something like this. Wegezaako okwambuka. We saw yesterday we had this pump nga pricing in the inflation rates. So they thought nti kale wadde numbers zijja kubeera mbi naye we could see that. So kati strength of a pound eyinza kuva ku interest rates, ku increasing interest rates. Tetumanyi, let me see, sijukira di we ziriyo oba ziriyo ncha. Interest rates teziriyo ndowooza ino week eza pound zirabye ndabe ndowooza pound teina interest rates eno week. Let me see next week. So ekiyinza okuincrease nga tumanyi pound ebibadde fundamentally ebibadde bijigira bibadde bingi. So ekiyinza okulaba okuleetera pound okubeera stronger mu subsequent days kirina kuva either ku interest rates. Tulaba ku Wednesday tulinayo FOMC. Wow. US esuubira oku increasing by 75 basis points. Siraba UK sirabawo interest rates zaayo. So tuyinza okwongera olaba that gun te increasing terese impact ku pound. Kitegeeza wayinza okuba nga pound tweyongera okulaba more weakness ku pound. So just aba trading a pound yen, just chenjagala okugamba nti let us be careful because we took out liquidity trying to come back lower. If we break below this level, kubange nebadde good demand zone. If we break below 700, the psychological level, it will be bad for, 70. It will be bad for the pound. So pound tulina okulaba nga tuli, let me put in the figure 770. Bwe tu breaking at 70 si kirungi eri pound. Luli twagezako breaking then we came back very good mangu nnyo. So leero mbadde ki. Okay, so that is what we are expecting. Tuli mu downtrend mu pound naye let us go to pound yen. That's what I'm looking for. Pound yen, EBP, JPY. Let me use Rwanda. Yeah, yen generally it is very weak. As yen it is so weak individually. Pound is also weak. So ojalaba these corrections, push corrections, something like that. So naye esawa zineno chiche tulaba ku pound yen. Katugezeko kulaba tulaba we are having a bit of a pump ahead, breaking structural lows, structural highs. Nandyagadde waneno twafunye support from the previous structural high, then netandika tugezako breaking this high. Nandyagadde tukole pullback, then tulabenga tweyongerayo. If we fail to break above here, let me go to the daily. Tulabe bulungi nti tuinayo on the daily. Tuinayo these equal highs, and those equal highs are liquidity levels, so choyinzo ita resistances zineno. So move ku GJS nungi generally not as clean as this. Olaba whenever we have this efficient pricing kibeera kibi eri akatale kubanga ojafuna rejections, pushes, rejection this day, not closing above. Olaba this bullet printing a high volume day, we don't close above the week. Only one, this closed very weak bullish bwolaba eno we try to push on Monday, we try to break all high, then net failing or closing above. Then yesterday we didn't close above this high. Then oyinza okwesanga nga tuprintinze leero nga luli weak bullish nga bwolaba neno. So just nandigambye before we continue over, before I get a buy on GJ, nandyagadde tusooke to breaking let me use this resistance level, at least to breaking out or tukomewo ke mabega wansi to rejecting tulabe nga tufuna support at least somewhere here, this previous supply zones here. So ekyo kyenandyagadde to break above here to continue or to come back below okulaba nga tufuna support to continue higher. Kineno kyenandyagadde if I'm to trade pound yen on the daily. However, jalaba moves naye nga toyina entry, ekyo kyekiyinza okubaawo ekibi. So let me go to the 4H. We are approaching resistance on US dollar. We are approaching resistance here. This was the previous high. Botunolira elone sobedde nange setegeera. Kuluse montegeera.
Pound yetategeerekeka naye gw'oli bulungi.
Ade manyi nange setegeera.
Wabona nga akatale nkalaba n'obwongamba mbolira wasaawa zino simanyi. Just I'm confused. Waka trim uptrend. Ate tugamba a trend is not a hustling stress. Ate sira baworo paso pattern. If turagamba tuyinza okora muka pull back. So we are just sitting on the fence.
Okay. Nze kyenyinza okulaba bwe mba ntunuulira. Of course, this low, we are still anticipating it was the last low. We are still anticipating that yali low, then okulaba nga tuyinza okuba tugenda kola ki kwambuka, because this low nga bwe twanyonyola it was the low, then netujja neturevisitinga the previous price sensitive supply zones, netuddamu netudropinga up to here. Bwogenda smaller time frame, there is another block I think on the 15 somewhere gye twa rejectingirako at exactly oba ngambe at the tip, there was something like that. Then netandiko printing. For now we are seeing tulabanga to breaking structural highs, like we are breaking the structural highs after printing this low. This was the previous high we had. So after making liquidity, then twalabyenga to break inze tukomawo nandigambye nti okwagala okubreakinga this high nandyagadde soke tukomewo ko mweno area wansi kyembadde ngamba mu this price sensitive areas the previous supply rachi eno area eri very very key kubanga botunula yali ekolanga demand, then netujja netukola netubreakinga neturetestinga this previous order block, the previous buy to sell, which is the sponsoring order block. Netukirira wansi to break structure, then netukomawo okretestinga this high, this low, jetusubira nti ye yali leg esembayo okulaba nga tukola leg eddako. So eno
ekintu kyoyogeddeawo ugamba bwetufuna pullback netukomawo okretestinga ko structure level gye twa breaking awo, we can look for buys. It will look good nga tunonyeza buys naye rwaguru tetuyinengeri gye tunonyezayo buys ate nga turi ku resistance ate ne sales tetufunye confirmation obulungi eza sales awo mpoza aba trading alowa time frame baba bafunyeyo confirmation nayenza wa 1H ne 4H mbadde sinalaba confirmation enungi y'okugenda mu sales ati nze ngenda okukola nja kulinda bulindi tukomewo wano wansi in case nga tutuuseeyo then nonye buys nga okukola new highs.
For me, nandirinze kubanga we broke these liquidity levels, this waneeno twali tulaba last time ti eno ye level gye twagira buli lwe twatuuka waneeno we left liquidity here, the monthly high. We had not yet made a monthly week. Waneeno omwezi we gwaggulawo gwatandika butandisi nga droppinga ne tukomawo ne retestinga this sponsoring order block here, whereby we made a lower low from this sponsoring order block. Then from here, then ne tukomawo ne tukola more accumulation of liquidity, chetuyita liquidity engineering as some people. Then ne tulyoka tukola ki to pumpinga to break out of this liquidity. Essaawa zino twali retestinze the previous price sensitive areas, then ne tukola higher high from here. Nandyagadde nnyo tukomewo waneeno mweno area from this order block, oba waneeno we twavudde okusponsoringa this move higher. This was the liquidity level. Then we twavudde okukola that move eyavuddeko breakout, it is this order block. So I would love to see a comeback into this area. Singa twadde tukomyewo previously ne tulyoka twambuka kyandibadde kirungi, naye nsuubira singa tukomawo mu eyo area kijja kubeera better. We can or we might not. Naye nandyagadde tukomewo waneeno, I'll still be looking for buys. Regardless nti tujja kuba to break in the structure, maybe unless we try to come back kweno area gye tunatuuseeko failing to break the structural highs ne tukola lower lows, lower highs okulaba nga tukkirira. Naye ngenda kuba noonya buys ku GJ. I'm not selling GJ for now because sales zijja kubeera short lived. For example, you could have got this sell to this price action, but you wouldn't nerola price teya breaking the low of this previous structure level or here. Nti bolaba, we made a high which broke structure here, then ne tukomawo, then ne tuambuka ne tu breaking another high gye twogeddeko ya liquidity, then ne tukomawo wansi, we didn't break structure, then ne tukola another high. So meaning we are moving up and breaking structure, having a shift in the market structure. So however, nandyagadde tukomewo ko wansi naddala waneene wavudde eyo move eya breaking the major structure level. Lwaki eno ye major structure level? Kubanga twali tufailinze okubreakinga these liquidity levels wansi nga tulina support nene mu eyo area. Bw'otunula aneeno, nti we had this support, then ne tujja, because eno ye yavaako okubreakinga this high ne twambuka, so neekolanga support level, ne tugezaako nera neekolanga support, then ne tujja ne tubreakinga ne turetestinga. So eno yebadde previous low. We had two highs here ezakola lower lows. Eno eya breaking a structure, then neno eyakola lower low of this structure. Another leg 2. But we've failed to make a lower leg, and we are making higher lows and higher highs right now. And the eno leg eno, waneno structure abantu chovola abakola structure olinaga broken structure nga tukyali mu just a pullback. So eno yebadde structure high, eno yebadde structure high, eno yebadde structure low, then we made a low, then we are failing to break this high. Kati tujibreakinze with this or with this, we are making higher highs now. Releasing tubadde tetubala nti until we have broken this low, this high eyakola eno low, then our structure ebadde tukyali mu downtrade naye kati essaawa zino tukiridde tulaga nti tubreakinze, so we are likely to see a pump ku gijje singa efuna momentum. However, fundamentally pound ekyali very weak and the yen is weak, kati bonna abanafu be bali mu kulwana. So nandyagadde nnyo tukomewoko wano eno. I wouldn't mind breaking this low, just sigala ndi very very optimistic for buys kyengenda okuba nga ntunuulidde. However, if pound esigala ng'eri weak, Japanese yen neraga nti interest rates zaayo zeeyongeddemu from the negative, kitegeeza tomorrow nyinza okwesanga nga noonyeza more sales. Kitegeeza if I get this, amawulire bwe gajja ne gasupportinga yen nti eri gundi, singa nfuna breakout, however net reacting amweno area, nja kuba noonya rejection mu zino price sensitive areas etulimu zino supply zones, then yokweyongera once if the news fundamentals zisupportinga ekyo kyensuubira. However, if the fundamentals don't show, netusigala nga tukyali mu negative interest rates ku Japanese yen, njasuubira more weakness on the Japanese yen, then anticipating break of these structural highs okweyongerayo. Ne bwe tunatufairinze okukomawo ku retestinga these supplies, demand zones, nja kuba noonya buys singa ekyo kibeerawo, asuubire nti kitegeerekese ekyo. So I'll be anticipating buys kasita to breaking eno gun level, which is the intraday, the daily resistance. This was a week and this is a supply zone, so I think we could retest. This is already tested order blocks, so viranti tuyinza okufailinga bwe tunaba tu reacting deko, just tujja kujja buzi tufunireko retest to continue higher. So ekyo kyensuubira ku pound. So mbadde manya amawulire gayinza okugira maybe speeches ezinabazizeeko bikize eziyinza okuleetera pound okubanga eri stronger. However, essaawa zino I anticipate a correction on the yen, so nandyagadde tukomewo ko katono waneeno tujje to taking out these liquidity levels. We have a Judas swing, like we get a fake out. Bwowulira abamu bakiyita Judas swing, kitegeeza fake out mu simple terms. Like we get something like this, a breakout, and this breakout could be not a favorable breakout. After that breakout, then ndabenga tukola something like this. Kineno kye nandyagadde okulaba ku pound, then to get to breaking. If the news is okay, like amawulire ne gavaayo bulungi nga malungi aga pound aga yen, ekyo kyensuubira. So kati nja kuba ninze bulinzi pull back mu zino areas here, somewhere here, anywhere here, okulaga rejection, okulaga nti two bridging imbalance, then a continuation down. So njagala ndabe rejections mu zino areas, then tandika okunoonya sales lower levels to these liquidity levels. So ekyo kigenda kuba kiva ne ku fundamentals. For now, what the fundamentals za pound imbi, naye I don't expect the yen to be stronger. I still anticipate a weaker yen than a pound, unless nga waliwo ekikyusemu kyekyo kyokka kyenyinza okugamba. So I anticipate we could retest here if the yen interest rates are lower. Okay, let me go to the DXY. Let me use this. Okay, as we anticipated, we are anticipating, let me use the line chart. Okay, so tulaba the dollar is so, it's so strong. it is very, very strong. Toyinza gamba nti dollar eri weak. It is very strong for now, and not for now like esawa zinene eri strong. And it has been strong ever since those last year. Gamba last year where it bottomed, where dollar yaliko very weak when we are printing lower lows, breaking structural lows, and making lower highs. Nga tugezaako kufuna pumps, fading to break previous highs to come out price sensitive areas, to breaking lows to create over prices creating. So until waneno twinzo gamba it started bottoming when the Fed started increasing obache Twitter tapering, quantitative easing, they go hand in hand, tapering. But yeah, it is tapering. So when the Fed started tapering, doing quantitative tightening, then stopping its quantitative easing okubange supplying a sente gabira abantu sente ne businesses, then those waneno twa bottoming, those it was around, we started making higher highs chenyezo gamba, breaking the previous structural highs, making higher lows from these bottoming lows ku psychological level of about 89, about 90, we twatandika bottoming la. This was last year and was mu June yao, mu September, November, somewhere like November, September. That is when we started, September, government we atandika okwongeza ku interest rates. September, October, November, then we started seeing the dollar rallies. So move from there to making higher highs. From November, we started making rallies, consolidations, and making more rallies. So we were just rallying until now, breaking higher highs and higher lows. However, mweyo process ojja kwesanga nga tubadde tubeeramuko ne structural lows, structural highs, then we get pullbacks. We get some pullbacks mweyo process. Whenever we make a high, then we make pullbacks, aggressive pullbacks mweyo process. So right now, bolaba dollar, we have made another high, and right now we are looking at a pullback after making a high on the dollar. So chineno chengezako kulaga. So however, in the major structure level, we are pushing higher. So let me hope we are going to retest this trend line okulabanga tweyongerayo waggulu. Bw'obanga oscalinze in nojja n'otunuulira the structure nga bw'erina okubeera, njagamba nti essaawa zineeno tuyinza okuba nga tulumba ku retesting the previous structural highs, building that imbalance oba okugyawo this imbalance, okudda mu katale, okudda mu ku lows zineeno, previous lows. Dollar ejja kubeera weak oba okulaga weakness oba its gundi okutandika bwe to breaking these structural lows. So this is our last point of return to continue lower to do this. Maybe retesting here for the last pump for short squeezes, then to sponsor more sales. However, essaawa zineeno nja kuba ntunuulira a correction. We can adopt to these corrections kuba zino corrections ebiseera ebisinga zibeera aggressive ku dollar. They can take a month or two or some few weeks. So we are seeing, since last week, we are anticipating these pullbacks on the dollar. So on the dollar, unless we break the 104, 105 hours neno, tuchali 104 level, this psychological level, 104. So we are tuchali very bullish. However, we could still see a weakness in the dollar. Nagezako kumanda okunyonyola ekiyinza okuleetera more weakness of the dollar okola continuation. Naye esawa zino tuli mu correction, and we should adopt with this correction. So I'll be looking for that process. For me, I would be looking for a sell over sells in the US. US dollar XX pairs. Then buys the XX US dollar pairs. Chineno chenyinza okola to look for sales in the US dollar XX pairs. Then I look for buys in the XX US dollar. Waneno katu example ya, let me go to example. Let me first do this and we see what are we which candles. Major levels tutunulira ku US dollar. Bineno oyinza okulaba nga ebitakola oba ebitakuwago, naye they are very important for kubanga a dollar tukimanyi it is the business yekozesebwa mu businesses ezenjawulo zonna mu nsi. So before I go to other pairs oba okutunuulira kiki kyenyinza okubanga nze nsuubira dollar, first of all breaking this level. If we try to come back, suubira okujja just kweno level, sinakindi okukomerawo ddala waneno, then to continue lower. Awo wenyinza okusuubira for that process. Naddala waneno tuyinza okulaba next week mu FOMC nga tufuna dollar pump to the previous liquidity levels, these order blocks, okulaba nga tweyongerayo wansi. Because now kijja kubanga tekikyayamba dollar nga tekya incentivizing aba buyers to retest these lows, sinakindi okudda mu these liquidity levels. Kineno kyensuubira. For now, we are having tons of imbalances here. We have liquidities left here. So tulimu demand zone, we could come back ne tuyitamuko mu that dollar, that liquidity zone. So buys zembadde ntunuulira oba zembadde ngamba, sales on the US pairs kangende ku gundi. Let me start with the Canadian dollar. For example, USD, Canadian dollar. Yeah. We see the Canadian dollar luli tubadde mu this consolidation, then it took out this liquidity. We had a Judas swing. After taking out this liquidity, we are seeing breaking these lower lows, coming for this inzo cheetah side over. For me, I would call this buyer side. Kubanga buyers are putting their stops here. Buli omu alina engeri gy'akiyita, abamu buyer side, aba sell side liquidity. However, downside liquidity ono liquidity ali wansi. I would love to see if we fail to take out this liquidity now on this is the Canadian dollar, US dollar, USD, Canadian dollar. tugambye Canada already are increasing the interest rates. Canada ng'ogyeko ekyokuba nti individual egira its main export egidrivinga mu oil. So value Canada ecorrelatinga nnyo ne oil. Sometimes oyinza okwesanga nga Canadian dollar is strong due to the oil. So for now, we are saying that we have taken out over the dollars taken away. This was a Judas swing. Then tulaba we have liquidity here setting up over the one eno. Nandyagadde tusooke tukomewo after breaking these structural highs ne tu breaking eno level yeyali yeyavuddeko okukola ki okutuuka okubreaking this liquidity, okutaking out this liquidity. Twavudde waneno ne tukola jida swing then ne tu breaking. So this was bw'oba otunuulira, we had a high, then we had a low, we had another equal high, we made a low, not breaking the structure, then we broke the structure. After that, we had a break of structure, then we are waiting singa tukola a high. Waneno sijibalanga gundi mbala eno yabadde rejection eno supply zone. We had this demand, we had this demand here yeyavuddeko this rejection. Naye right now it is reflecting until we have broken structure. Okay. We have broken structure here waneno wansi. So nandyagadde US card ekomewo mweno area mweno zone we twa breaking the structure here ne bwe tuba tetukomyewo wano waggulu, and this demand, previous demand, now will act as supply zone. So demand flipped into supply, we could see taking out more liquidity. Singa taking out this liquidity now, kijja kuba kitegeeza we are engineering more liquidity to continue to accumulate for more sales, over distribute, over byonna distribution. Tulaba tulina tons of imbalances. So kineno kyengezaako gamba you could go to other currencies eziri bwezityo. However, nandigambye nti noonyaayo eziri stronger. Japanese yen, I don't think nti, okay, let me go to the Japanese yen. US dollar, Japanese yen, zonna ziri weak. So nandibadde si considering a Japanese yen. For me, I want to pair a weak with the strong. Bwenjagala naye. Okay. USD, JPY, sorry. Yeah, already Japanese yen, for it is weak. Tenaba breaking any structural gundi. So generally seems that could you comparing a dollar, because for it is weaker compared to the dollar. So Japanese yen, I would just look for buys, especially if I get a stronger currency. So this chineno choino tunulira, you could see the US card going down, US Japanese yen going up rachi. Kubanga yen eri weaker. Yen individual is weak compared to the US dollar. What the dollar eri weak, na yen eri weaker. So kachecho chengamba, you look at the currency strength equalator. Mpoze endala jenyinzo tunulira kandabe USD chef. Yeah, USD chef ndoza tulaba. However, chef ebadde eri strong previously. Wadde zonna zibadde strong. However, kati olaba these pushes, these are very vigorous pushes, like drops. Sorry. We tukola pullbacks mu price sensitive areas, tulaba nga tukola deep pull, vigorous gund. So US30 USD chef nsuubira okuretestinga waneno wansi maybe to break lower, so tuyinza okudda ne tukola gundi then ne to breakinga lower. Just eyo gundi gye njagadde okulaga nti you could look for sales on the US dollar pairs like when the US is the base. Then katulabe ezitandika katandike ne AUD ebaddeyo n'amawulire, AUD USD ebaddeyo n'amawulire. Yeah, we would be looking for buys on the AUD USD. Buys on XX US dollar, I'll be looking for buys. This is higher time frame. So bw'otunuulira structure nti structure egamba ki, just waneno we tuli ng'ogyeko this leg tubadde after taking out here tubadde tukola low, a high, equal lows, then ne tujja ne tukola lower low, then we made another equal low. We are not breaking the highs, the previous highs. Olaba tubadde tukola lower highs. Essaawa zino eno ki kye tulaba? We are starting to break the previous highs. Kitegeeza ki? Nti if we are starting to break the previous highs, taking out these sell side liquidities, kyetwagala just kufuna kukomawo retrace mu the previous sponsoring candle oba mu order block eyaleetedde that move to continue up. To continue up, then okulaba nga tukola ki? Tweyongerayo waggulu. So bwenfuna pullback yonna oba nenfuna down gun, sijja bwemba tugeze nga trading AUD USD, I'm not trading this pair. Nja kuba noonya bunoonya buys mu price sensitive areas, either to retest the structural highs okulaba nga tweyongerayo, oba okulaba bw'oba omanyi ki akatale kye kaliko, then you can just anticipate anything even without looking at the chart. For me, I can anticipate nengamba, that one where you buy, you sell, because I know the fundamentals, I know what is the major currencies doing. So if we come back maybe to these levels, I would be looking for buys, continuation to retest these price sensitive areas and these previous highs. Ekyo kye nnyinza okuba nga ntunuulira. So that is it for maybe kye nnyinza okwongerako kweyo. Let us see. Euro tugirabye nga it is likely to increase its interest rates. So I would be very, very bullish on Euro this week. As kyekimu gundi kye tubadde twogerako mukulu Sem kyabadde ayogerako nti Euro yabadde at parity meaning nti yabadde on the same level with the dollar. Few currencies are equal to each other. So we saw that the dollar was equal to the yen, to the euro, and even lower because we made a lower low. So ekyo kibeera teki-incentivizing, it discourages sellers. So now it is incentivizing the buyers. Chovolaba nti after that, bw'otunuulira structure, let us try to draw the structure. Just identify the previous high. Let us say this was the previous high. Eyavuddeko kola this low. Then netukola lower low. Kati eno ebadde major structure level here. Let me say that. Nti ebadde major structure level. So when I'm looking at that structure level here, it was a big supply zone here. Okay, supply. So we had that supply zone whereby nti buli kimu kibadde buli lwe tugezaako okugira waneno previously twafailinga netuddamu netugezaako. Even yesterday I think we tried net rejectinga, but twayiseemu ne volume ey'amaanyi, breaking the previous high, then coming into these price sensitive areas, taking out liquidity there. Kati kyenandyagadde waneeno wennyini ewavudde that move ezze neeyitamu with this volume. Olaba volume eri waneeno si yemu volume eri wali like this same volume here. No, nandyagadde tukole a bit of a pullback mweno area, not here waggulu. Nandyagadde to bridging this imbalance okukomawo mweno area sponsoring block, then tweyongereyo. Hope I'm clear. Mukulu semo mpulira. Okay, so mweno area then tubenga tweyongerayo to this previous demand zone to act as supply, something like that. So for now I'm bullish. Bwendaba ekimu kyetukola ekizibu nti abantu abasinga kyetukola bwolaba ka red candle oba ka gundi ng'ogamba to rejectings. No, these areas zineno, they are sellers but the buyers are more than sellers. Esawa zineno, but buyers are more than sellers. Nga lulibwe tubadde nti tubadde mu sell zones nga whenever the buyers come in ne batuuka mu sell side, ba sellers bangi ne bwe tuba tuli ku support, we just break through the support. So you could buy the support naye ng'eri short lived, kubanga bw'olaba tubadde tujja tu creepinga bu creepings whenever we had these pullbacks, kyokka nga sales zibadde z'amaanyi. Kati essaawa zino akatale katandise okuflippinga. You could see nti bwe tutandika okugira ojja laba nga tukola pullbacks mu basellers ntono, then netufuna pumps nga nene. So you have to know the trend. Oyina okumanya naddi akatale lwe kakyuse. So for now I think the market, it has not yet shifted to higher highs, naye waneeno tuli market shift okulaba nga tutandika okweyongerayo singa tukomawo ne tu retestinga these price sensitive areas ezibadde supply zones, okulaba nga tweyongerayo, kitegeeza we are having a shift in the market structure. Ndowoozeeyo nga tuvuddeyo naddala kweyo process, tugambye the dollar is weak, kitegeeza we could see a pump in the indices of our equities. So for now I'll be looking when I see US30, the Wall Street 30, the Dow Jones, kyonna kyoyagala ogiyita. Since Monday, we are calling these buys, break of these structural levels, and we did yesterday. It was vigorous. In Butuf, it was very good. Abasobodde okufuna US30 buys. Fundamentally, oli ojagamba tuli mu downtrend, naye olina okumanya correlation. So the dollar, a weak dollar, means people, they no longer have that fear for the weak, for the interest rates. Interest rates esawa zineno ziri priced in. So mweyo gundi twalabye nga even the US30 hitting the psychological level of 30k, like emitwalo esatu
price tino okitegeera obulungi olaba nga luli olutalo lwalasanga lwakatandika n'omuvuzi wa boda nga akuvuga yali akubuuza ebyarasa wabiwulidde
ngagamba nga bwebagala
amawulire garasa gali priced in, teri
akyakola mawulire,
teri ayagala kumanya bifa mu Ukraine.
In fact ndowooza ebiva e Russia kati bibi nnyo, kubanga recently Russia yakuba gundi oba bomu, oyinza giyita bomu ku supermarket netta abantu bangi. Supermarket kwake nga bw'ogamba ku Garden City, nga bw'ogamba ku Oasis Mall, oba ku like negikubako like gundi, naye tebyafuluma nnyo kugiraawo. It has taken over 70% of Ukraine. Russia taking over 70%. Eri mu launchinga new attacks ezigenda okubanga almost eri mu taking over Ukraine, ya banning all food stores, empuku zonna zonna, oil yenna gwe badde ba stories, like it has broke down bagala ba starving to death, but it is no longer making news. That is pricing in. Tegacha moving up prices. So tulaba US30, we hit the major psychological level y'emitwalo esatu ne tukako wansi. We had last been on this level those oba myaka ki oba myezi ki. Let me see here. Yeah, this was Moralia. This was even a pullback after 2000. Netukola new high, then it was a pullback, making a new high. But we are just on the psychological level, whereby we had made a high. Those all about how strong the 30K was. So we rejected here. We dropped very hard in 2020 when twali tugezako kola new highs. This US30, of course, ebadde ku all time a pumping up pumpings. This was the lockdown news. Netukirira, then netandika okwambuka. It was a retest. The last time we were here on the 30K, yali retest okulaba nga tukola new highs. So okuva olwo tubadde tweyongerayo bweyongezi waggulu mweyo gun structure. However, sawa zineno bw'otunula, we are retesting that level, making lower lows. Yes, sir.
Is it temporary or permanent? We are making a reversal.
For me, I think for now, equities tezinaba kubeera gundi. We can see nti tuyinza okwambukako ne tu retesting naye tetunaba kutuuka. Maybe by the end of the year tuyinza okubeera mu this consolidation, but of making our highs kiyinza okutwala another year.
US30, Bitcoin.
Yeah, just eyo pump eyo egenda kubeerawo. Kimanyi esaawa zinene akatale teka incentivizing aba sellers. Kyetuyita oba disincentivizing, like it is just inducing buyers. The market is inducing buyers. Kirenga bw'ogamba nti ekikopo ky'amata kiri ku siringi 2 nga liita ya kale tugambe liita ya 5. Buli omu aga liita ya 5 nange kanywa amata, kanywe ku mata, sijja kunywa mukalu. Like nga he's willing to take milk because it is at a lower price. Kati esaawa zineno buli omu agamba kangule ku gundi. Like even
kiringa genda mu hotel nosanga yebijanjalo nga byenkana ne bei nenyama, abantu bajagamba waeze penyama ate ndi ebijanjalo ne bei.
Ndiye ebijanjalo siri. Olaba omusajja omu nyinagaye omu yagambanga olaba n'enkoko terya bijanjalo. Kati nze mbirye posingo juwadde tira n'enkoko terya era yenga talya bijanjalo mu hotel. So I think it is
embwe musinga ki eri enyama.
Embwe eri enyama emusinga. So I could see nsubira tugenda kubanga tupampinga muko naye it will be, we could have more corrections, although not as deep as below this 30,000 psychological level. Nsubira tuyinza okujja retesting these levels wetwajje move ene yakoze high. We could see prices coming back here over waneno to mitigate the prices after breaking structural levels. For example, this was the structural high, then netukola high, retesting these order blocks. We tapped into the order block. Kitegeeza tubadde unless ngobadde togoberera structure. Let me try to make sense out of it. This was the major structure. Twakola high, then a low, a high and a low, then another low. Waneno ne tukola a higher high, higher than this. What we twava okubreaking this high, that previous high, yali eno level. So always I would love to see pricing ekomawo mu eyo structure before breaking this. Bwemba nkola pullback nga njagala kweyongerayo. Then was scaling into smaller gundi nogira. This was the last sell candle, which is here. Our last sell candle to make a pump. Twade tetujina gitestingamu, and it had some imbalance, some because of it. Then netulaba rejection. We had a big rejection here, breaking previous highs, then to continue higher. Kati esawa zineno we are breaking more liquidity levels, structural levels, nandyagadde tukomewoko at least. Nandyagadde tukomewoko waneeno oba mweno level okulaba nga tukirira. If I'm to take a buy on US30, nga bwe twalabye bwe twakomyewo ko waneeno wansi, then we had support, good support, then netukola ki netweyongerayo. So bumanya trend gye tutandise, you will not sell, you could sell, but ngomanyi nti ovaamu kubanga buys now are more. Ojalaba nga tu breaking these the Twitter support levels, nga tuziyitamu order blocks zineno nga tuziyitamu nga ziri short lived. If we get, they are just there to make more accumulation, like to accumulate. They are there to sell for more buys, but buyers are more than sellers. Luli tubadde tugezaako buying for more corrections. For now we are in a rally. Kitegeeza if we get a sell, ejja kubeera short lived, anywhere it can reject. For example, I thought nti eno move eno we could see it coming back to maybe this level over kweno hidden order block. Amje baita hidden order block for me aji eno week eno nungi nnyo. It shows liquidity level, like more buys, So I think nti nade nsubira nti we could come back here after reaching here. Na ite twasobodde twakomya obukomi mu previous demand zone, which was a bit of a supply, then netukola ki netweyongerayo. So but buyers are now into the market than the sellers. Whenever you see a sell zone, kijja kubanga tukomawo bukomi mu maybe previous highs to retest. So ojenza okulaba nga tukola ki tukomawo bweti mu zino levels. Even if we break this structure, sijja lowooza nti to break in the structure, for me I think tujja kuba tukomawo for mitigations to continue high. So I'll be looking for buys on US30 only. Since last week ndowooza mbadde nkyogerako. Then ndowooza let me maybe go into, I don't think I need to see more data kubanga I just see nti even the dailies we are breaking this. Kati maybe to come back ndowooza aneno wetubadde twogera ku daily naye nothing more you could wait for. So just wait for pullbacks. Don't freaking like don't form into mobiles like that abruptly. Then the comeo pullbacks ojafuna daily pullbacks like this, then you take your buys. Zino buys zibeera zinyuma. You imagine abafunye buys yesterday ku US30 or here after this daily rejection. This is a perfect setup if you're trading any setup. Yeah, you imagine weakness in the area of even here. ekulaga ku psychological level, nekulaga weakness in the buyers, like we rejected, we picked liquidity, so this is the swing. Then netulaga weakness even failing to break above, then chetuba tulinze any candle to break above to continue higher. Netukomawo netretesting a daily order block, then net breaking a structure. Then this sell, this weakness yabadde sponsoring gun to mitigate over to come back for more accumulations, then to continue higher. Ekyo kyentunuulidde. So essaawa zino eno
omuntu aba ayagala kugulirawo wansi naye lwakuba reversal patterns nzo. Omusajja omwe yali ayagala nnyo reversal patterns, Paul Tudor Jones yagamba bw'oba oyagala kutradinga reversal patterns, be ready to fail 1,000 times. Naye kasita okwatayo
you imagine if you had this ngocha holdings maybe to these highs, and it is likely to come back to these demands on these previous supply zones.
Wari omuntu bwakwata eyo reversal pattern ate najordinga katono najivamu mangu ate nga badde trying nga ruzinga nyo kyetaaga bw'oba ofunye reversal pattern yongeno oraba akatale kakuwadde reversal pattern, try to hold at least for a day, 2 days. Orabe kinava astobo taking
yogera kunze sebo nze sisobola binzi buwalira sebo.
Zirofuna time frame ki bw'oba ogenze ku daily ate kono oyagala ogiviiremu essaawa emu, kitegeeza
bw'oba ofunye daily gundi
olyanga kanyonyi.
Oh, okay, so this is what you should do. Maybe sirabawo kirala kye weetaaga, because for now US30 is inviting buyers. The buyers are in the market. At least we should see that short pump chetuyita short comers rally. Yeah, it is osobola okiyita technically short comers rally. Abamu kye bayita SCR. Manyi abatrader bansobedde baagala bu abbreviation yawo olabira olingaga like short comers, like rally egenda okujja like in the short term.
Juzi nali ngeze kugula engato nembuuza omusajja engato endala eri wanagamba eri ku base. Nemugamba base oyogera ng'ey'amagye. Nemugamba genda ogirete nange ngenda kusasula mu COD. Naye nambuuza COD kitegeeza ki, nemugamba cash on delivery, nagamba naye naawe tokkiriza.
Yeah. Okay, so
abantu bunyuma kale bunyuma.
So I believe nti tuli likely okuhitingako waneno okufuna more bigger deep pullbacks, naye nga I think this is where we could see, naye tolowooza nti tugenda kwamukojja funa pullbacks mu intraday time frames, then okulaba katugira kangende ku gold tulabe ekisembayo, ndowooza gold gwe ngendo ekisembayo naye yeah, gold we are still failing.
Naye tseyiranga musotinga nnyo.
Gondi
yani yawakanya Bitcoin Peter Chef.
Gold is failing to show momentum. It is still very weak. Tunuulira psychological levels, the psychological level still holding the 1700. It is still holding. Olaba gundi ezisinga pairs zonna zibadde ku psychological levels. All pairs are holding the psychological levels.
Ngutwakoye teri akyayagala gulagwa amayinja ga yero.
Anti tegali banks zezigira. So psychologically we are holding the 1700 per ounce. So kitegeeza unless nga to break in the below that is when I would look for sales. Or if we come back here netugezaako okulaga weakness, then I will be looking for more sales down. That is what I will be looking. Naye bw'otunuulira twogedde ku dollar biki. Let me go to the monthly. Waliwo there is something. This pattern, the previous pattern, gold had made, after making a high here, after this low, then we saw bw'otunuulira eno twajja ne tukkirira ne twambuka ne tukola high. Then bw'otunuulira eno pattern eno is almost the same pattern we are having here. Almost. So it means if we break this structure, we are likely to visit lower levels. So if we break below 1700, we are likely to visit these previous highs. We revisited these levels. So chineno chentunulidde nti we could see gold maybe coming to that level, those previous resistance levels, oversupply zones, which could act as our demand. Tuyinza okulaba gold ng'etuukako mu 1500, sinachin lower. So ekyo kyensuubira. If we break 1700, we could see gold going to 1500. So just basing on the pattern here. However, if gold, if the 1700 over 1700 holds, tuyinza okulanga tweyongerayo waggulu. Naye we could see gold going, plummeting to these lows, maybe to gain momentum. So waneeno kyovolaba nti recession, they are fearing more of a recession. Singa Bank of US eyongera gundi nebino byonna ebiri mu happening essaawa zineeno. So gold is still, bw'otunula ku monthly, it is very, very bearish. Those are one of the months gold yokubeera 4 straight months bearish. 1, 2, 3, 4 straight months, and this was the one of the gold yokubeera nga closinga that bearish. Guno mwezi bwe guclosinga bwe guti genda kubanga gwe mwezi ogusinza okubeera that bearish close. I think most zirala zibadde rejectinga after a big drop. So emyezi ena consecutively nga
ziringa ezo assets teziringa currency, ezo assets abantu babeera bazoordinze. Omanyi kubeera nga ordinze ng'olaba eri mu kugwa we batunofuna emyezi esatu, naye omwezi ogusembeyo omulala n'olaba gukavalinze emyezi esatu ezabaddewo emabega gumu volume eri mu kitegeeza. Nekyo ekiriraikira okukiyitamu.
So kati gold perspective eyo gye njagadde okugira nti tukyaranginga, it is failing buli lwegezaako okukola bu pumps. We are seeing sell volume nga nene nnyo. Sell volume yeeyongera ku gundi. Emu ku bye boogera lwaki gold ali this bearish, bagamba they are trying to fix, kubanga buli olutalo lwa Ukraine gold buli lwagwa kitegeeza bakendeeza ssente kuki. Ukraine, I mean Russia zefuna. Russia buli, you imagine getting this pattern. I really like this pattern. Laba ku monthly, if you had taken this pattern on the monthly.
Omusumari naye goldinga n'oteeka mu average ya n'oteeka mu 100 rot n'ogenda ne weebaka.
Ogenda ku vacation, ogenda wateeka mu trade mu gw'okumeka. Eno gwali gwakumeka wane eno. Gwakuna ogenda okudda mu gw'omunaana nga account ya blowinga ne sente.
Aba trading eza company bayinza obutatusasula.
Garwachi ate tebakusasula. So guys, mpozi ng'olina pair gy'oyagala, njagala nnyo bwe tujja waneeno tutunuulire overlook, not just kubanga bw'otunuulira pair zonna gijje teyina gundi momentum, go tayina momentum, ne bw'andyagadde okunoonya trade tewaliwo. We are on the support here. If you're trying to sell, oyinza okubeera banned, like so many people were selling here yesterday, ne pumpinga, ne rejectinga. We try to buy here, ne pumpinga, ne rejectinga.
So eyo pattern yalimu edge yange, naye eyo pattern ekole mulundu gumu mirundi 10. Kiba kirungi esoke kore pullback angeri waggulu, naye okuseringira abasajja abakufu bonna bavuddemu. Abantu obaraga mbabeera bakufu baseera. Kati nawe oyagala ate nawe ogende mu bantu abakufu olye nabo. Gwe tandike byongo refresh.
Yeah.
Pullback zibeera nungi, si kirungi kuseringa nga katale ate kagenze do baku buying on the top. It's not good. Bakunyigirayo nnyo.
Yeah. So ndowooza nandyagadde nnyo. I wanted to have a buy here, naye ndaba twongera kukola ki in the higher time frame. Nandyagadde tusooke tukole bwe tuti. We take out this liquidity, then we come start picking, we break structure, tukomewo waneeno, then tujja kubeera nga tulaze clear move. Naye saawa zineeno, this is the worst structure gye naalabye ku gold. This structure, and it has been there for full month. Luli twagifuna, then ne tudumpinga hard previously when we were here. I think the same structure here.
Naye wali kumansire obadoraga yakute zibadde pips meka ziringa mukakade kamu.
Eri mu dola kuba abala kuva eri mu dola kuva ku 12 kuva ku 12 mpaka ku 1700 $300, I think. 12 mpaka ku 1700 $300 buli dollar pip 10. That means 3,000 pips in those. Okay, so waneeno, the same pattern whereby we are ranging nga tewaliwo gundi declining but in the range form. We twagira dropping hard. So chengezaako kugamba nti we could see the same thing happening on gold, nti bwe tunaavamu eno declining range eno channel, we could see gold dropping hard nga bwe tulabye eri gundi okuretestinga lower levels emitwale 15,000, something like that. So however, if not, tuyinza okulaba nga tweyongerayo bwe tuholdinga waneeno, kyenfanze kuddamu kufuna a bit of a retest, a fake out in these liquidity levels, then tukomewo, we break structural highs waneeno, then tujja kuba tufunye clear picture nti tugenda kuyita mu zino okuretestinga these previous price sensitive areas. Ekyo kyengendo tunuulira, naye kati essaawa zineeno gold bw'oba omutradinga katono tomuyingira na mu bidi, toteekayo na mutima. Bw'oyingira bw'ofuna any structure like structure gundi
edanga nakayiga trade bulwendozinga trading nga 3 mulaina eyokunanzija nga nyizi teeka mu lot size nene ngamba kuruno nange kampangureko munkubye nnyo, naye nga akatale teeka kumanyi n'okono ne bakuba n'amaaso ne gagendamu ebiyengeyenge.
So today sirabayo nnyo trade yeyigira pound yen, nandyagadde tukole retrace, at least a deeper retrace to these levels, then for buys bw'oba osobola okutaking advantage of this, naye manya anyway it can reject and continue high. Waneeno bayinza okukola kye bayita long squeeze, like short squeeze.
I'll tell you advantage yonna kandi ez'essaawa emu n'essaawa nnya zonna ziri ku level emu.
Yeah. 4H ne 1H zonna ziri mu gundi emu. So I would love to see if we can go deeper, as long as we don't break this. At least maybe if we break here, then netukomawo wane I can play this to pre-testing this. Chineno ngambye nga only Japanese yen. If I see tomorrow, if I wake up class again nga nsula tunula kusaa 12 mbu ndabe Japanese yen yakoze etya no. Ngenda linda kusawa zange zenazuka.
Pattern zezetera nyo kulinda ng'ekiro kate eyo pattern eyo kando bwe nadamu nekirira wansi nekomanga okurevu eyo owari ku resistance so akawari ku daily ejja kubanga empadde pattern yange ya musumari ate nga guri ku rejection area nyinzo girinda ne sawa mwenda gw'ekiro nenjitakinga sales lwakubeera nungi so kogende ku daily olabe bwe nasigala nga rejecting ejja kubeera nga empadde rejection empadde confirmation yo kugenda mu sales.
Here singesigala bweti
nefuuka ya red
okay
kando zona ziba zimaridde mu wiiki yeri kando ekitegeeza there is weakness in buyers ate nga we are in the area of benefit nsobola kutekinga sales of anticipating okudda ku testing levels eno once.
Okay, so even if it closes like that, if it closes like this, maybe you could put a sell order here to continue at least to retest one eno. Singe ekola bweti ne malo lunaku njagala nnyo okutrading this pattern. Alright. First of all, ekuwa confirmation weakness in the buyers. For example, here seeing rejection ku instant. This is what I call Vambagamanten already retested. This is what I call the structural imbalance. From here to here, wabade kalo inzo gamba neno nti waliwo naye this structure bade kukoma okomweno last buying candle okukirira. So now singa ne bwebangera ze weakness like that mu buyers, like only this nebeera bweti neta closing above one singa eno candle ene eriko kati ya daily te closing above nesigala mu eyo range like neta closing abweti sandyagadde ekole kinene kuba then now ejja kubeera ga bullishness from this weakness.
Ate n'abantu ekirala kyebeerabira eyo pattern erina chance ya mikisa kyenda ku kikumi okuplaying out naye tekitegeeza mbu it's must tegenda kukola kyo wala bateeka stop loss eri waggulu tojanga ogamba lwaba bakyogeddeko kifominze teeka okufominga stop loss zikola nnyo eyo 10% eyinza okugaana neyambuka.
So nandyagadde eno mbanze kyenjagala stop loss ne bwe mbasi gitadde waggulu ngiteeka ku eno daily candle waneno daily high.
Ezo pattern okuzitrading obulungi nga bwe zinyumira kati ndinda kando jukire no kan bwebe genda kirire ino kusooka nekola upper week kati scaling in nengenda nga ku 1h yange gen trading rako kati bwebe scaling bwebe ekola upper week wenonyeza sales eno waggulu entry nyenkendeza ku stop loss jengenda okuteekera waggulu ku daily naye togendera ddala ku daily o trading one no take a stop loss eno waggulu ku daily zijja kubeera pips nyingi bwe bakuba okurecoveringa kikumenyo trade emwe yinza okukononera system
kubanga ogenda okwetegereza ku daily ogenda kubeeramu ne order blocks ogenda kubeeramu ne imbalances then ebe ekomawo mu ezo area as we break structure then nekomawo mu eno area kati you could scale in, you could have your entries mu ezo areas like these for example anywhere woba ofunye pattern for example singejja bwe sandyagadde wiiki ya wansi ebeera empanvu nnyo njimba njagala ekinene nyekome kale ekome mu eno area like here then tulyoke tulabe nga ku gundi ekomawo to rejecting to retest these levels. Just generally ekyo kyentunuulidde kyengezaako kugamba don't fall into a trade right now. Noonya kiki kyoyagala and you anticipate how the candle might close. So that is GJ. Tugirabye US30. Tulabye US30. I will be waiting for a deep pullback also. Yeah, US30. We could continue higher kubanga eno yonna clouds ziri clear clouds US30. So nandibadde I will not maybe up to this level. So kati
eringa omwana akola D1 mu ssomero bagamba oyo mwana alina bright future.
Ana balina bright future behind oli awo okyaliko bali ku masomero. Ngondi yagamba you have a bright future behind you. Kantu ako kenkyasinza okutya nali manyi bright future ebeera mu maaso.
Bali omuvubuka yali atusinga nga n'obwogenda okulaba ku pepa yagikweka naye juzi namusange nga twegwa Lubega asomesa mu primary nayo yali atusinga nga yeewaana nga n'obwogenda okulaba ku pepa yagikweka bwe bati
nga ateekawo emikono bwati
ateekayo ekipokora oyinza kugamba musamba mupiira naye nga muri mu pepa.
So okay, we could see US30 breaking out to this level. Nandi Gambia, maybe if we break out here, this we could test yes next supply zone. Oyinzo taking out gundi naye okufuna better buys at a discount. To get buys at a discount, nandi agadde nnyo tukomeoko at a lower price. So singa tuba tukomyeoko kweno level babe
omuntu omu yangamba muteri discount ngubulina kumungamba akugula ekinye ebinya byamwe tebigwayo.
Eyo ebeera discount eva buli webagira. So kati I would love to see US30 coming back to that level of maybe equilibrium like here, which is about mitwalo 3.5 3.5 oba maybe lower to this, and it is girira ddala corresponding neno this order block. So maybe we can come lower to that point at a discount level. So there's a level nandi tunulide if I'm to look for demand zone.
Oyagala kugula ku kinya.
Yeah, really, I would love to see US30 coming back to those levels. Baneno buli reyambuka nnyo wabeerawo oba olya katono nga mukulu semo otulanga egundi ng'enjovu n'olyanga ki ng'akanyonyi. Obwedde olinze oyigga naye ofunye olya temuliimu gundi yonna. So this is what I would love to see. Yeah, guys, ndooza kyekyo.
Omanyinze wenali tera nnyo okugenda wa jjajja wange yali afumba omanyi ffe waka twagala nnyo okulya akalo. Bwe muli akalo ne mukamala wagamba abaana bange basuze enjala. Ayagala muli akalo kasigalewo nange bwe mba nkwata trade njagala ndye wasigalewo ne space ngamba nezo abalala kabalyeko naye si byakulya buli kapoint akasembayo oyinza obutakalya.
Really, this move mbutuufu bw'okwata eno move people then be distracted. I didn't take this move naye yanumye kubanga yabadde clear nnyo.
Nengamba olunaku lujja kukeera lumu njabye company mu nga traders we. Tekemu nga 10 not ngende neebaka enkomewo nga company tekyaliwo.
US30 moved about 800 pips just in one day, 800 pips from here. Ate nga yabadde eri clear nnyo breakout nekomawo to major supply zones, demand zones.
Kujiteka just wansi wa kando inzo kikwata yo.
So these moves ojja kuba guys sajja eya trading nze kyovula ngamba buli kimu kikola. Someone who was trading head and shoulder, you imagine this was the shoulder, left shoulder, the head kyovola muntu sagala nnyo gamba muntu mbwebyo tebikola breakout retest kati eyafunye eno even if yafunide ku eno breakout ne bwaba teyafunye eno trade n'alinda eno retest ye yabadde mu direction intuufu
buli kintu kyonna bwekikolera amateeka kikola nze nagambako omuntu gwegamba bulwenda bakando satu ezifaananya kala ngenda mu direction yezo ezirimu still you will win nosanga ng'oli mu 60% winning
as long as you know what you want.
Gwe nogamba bulwenda bakando satu ezifaanagana I go with that side eyo gyengenda nayo still you will win.
Kandabe mu chat sorry ngenda kuba ninze that ngenda kuba ninze that to happen, like to retest here, then over if we can go to the to the discount maybe to this level naye nga ekyo kyengenda okubanga ninze ku US30 sigenda panicking for buys. If I'm to take a buy on the break here, on the break, kitegeeza nja kuteekamu lot size ntono. I will not scale in sijja kugira kubanga we can reject here ate ne tu retesting waneno. So if I'm to take a trade here, whenever ngenze maybe 30 minutes, I always use the 15 for entry ya nadala ku US30. 15 minutes, a smaller time frame okufuna pattern ne confirmation, then nja kuba ngirira ki I just use small lot size. So maybe if we on the smaller time frame for a scalp, if I'm to trade this for a scalp, nandyagadde tujje to taking out this liquidity, like this liquidity for now as a here, then we reject mweno order block okufuna support, then to continue to this level. Kineno kinandyagadde sagala sellinga kufuna these candles, strong sell candle, strong buy candle, sagala market dodge. You said ebisinga this tetera kugira. Maybe if I get this 15 minute, it is not a good confirmation. It would be a good confirmation if this was a 1 hour candle, netfuna pullback, then net breaking the highs, the first candle to make a new high. Ekyo kyandibadde better. Naye for now 15 minutes is not a strong confirmation unless ngoyagala kutuuka ku bunini. Sagala ku, for me I don't like mbukan trading it to the previous highs nadala mweno structure. Njagala eno waggulu eno. So njagala tuje to breaking it, taking out this liquidity, then maybe to this gone order block to rejecting it. We have support, then breaking this high. So I'll be looking for a trade here. Hopefully someone picks that. Ekyo kyengenda okulinda ku US30, taking out liquidity. It is not a break of structure. Taking out liquidity, then to come into this order block, then to the to rejecting it, for confirmation for a buy to continue up. Ekyo kyengenda okubanga ninze. Kizemu emirundi mingi kubanga it is what I'll be looking for if I'm to take a buy. If not so, sandyagadde buying as high as this. No, njagala nnyo if I take a buy here, even if we reject here, simanya order block, anything, I'm at least at some profits. So I'm not looking for sales on US30. I'll be looking for buys. Nga tumaliriza, guys, leave a like, leave a subscription if you're new. Nga to subscribing anga gwe mulundi gwo gusose. It is the only way you can support our channel to grow. We are so happy so many people are subscribing and they are watching the videos. Abangi balina ziba subscribers 5, 10, 20 naye ng'olaba their percentage watch time is very, very low. People kitegeeza they enjoy our videos. So at least 30% of our subscribers are watching. Naye bw'oba ng'olina, you imagine ng'olina omutwalo gwa kale tubale emitwalo 2, olina emitwalo 2, then kweje emitwalo 2 only 12, kitegeeza only 10% bebalaba videos zo. 90% tebalichi, they are not interested. So we are so happy that you guys, you're watching the videos, zonna zetekako and rewatch, and so many things are coming, so much interesting things are coming. Mpozi mukuru Daniel akwikirize kano sikalango Daniel achirize obabwe tityo ahikirize Daniel ahikirize something like that. Forex bull kanchikole bwentu Forex bull ainayo yinzo begenda kubeera gye agitumye sinabakebera kugundi. Let me go to his channel. Agenda kubeerayo ne gundi nga 30th. I'll be there. I promise you I'll be there. Let us go and network on 30th. Details osobola ozijja ku Forex bull gundi, osobola ogenda ku YouTube ye $. It will be a Saturday on 30th this month. Let us go and support a brother and we network.
Mweno business eno business josanga omuntu asubura kasori naye ate ngarangira munene munanga ina kasori banaye nayo sobora kugenda n'omukura.
Of course, kati ate nze really bana abadisinga bannabwe oli omulaba, you're fighting, you're just having tugeze kale ne bwe giba $5,000 kyesisuubira nti wano mu Uganda aliwo trader ina $5,000 gyaba followers even on YouTube, even ku social media zonna tewali. Tukyalwanira the few kubanga aba subscribing wane, they are the same people subscribing to Blocfiafrica. They are the same people because
Nechano tezina competition. So what subscribing no genda Forex bull no subscribing no genda subscribe something limit wano ku YouTube subscribing abona boyaga. It's okay. You check. I'm subscribed to Isma Sewankambo. In fact, I want to go on the waliwo yo ye ani omulala tasmanya monster because ebitya nerabidde erinnya lye. I'm subscribed ndoza buli gundi of course $. Of course waliwo awo n'abalala beesijjukira amanya naye just right support. We support each other. Nze sina gundi Sewankambo byayogera sewa erinnya ndiwandiise obi $. Bya postinga oli guy Patrick bya postinga. I have buli omu alina community even nono guy omupya yani mental trader. So they are guys all Ugandan traders because we are just sina if asinga ndoza $. Yasinga kuba subscribers just ali below 20k genda ku website oba ku gundi yani Tata Sam ku gundi ya Tata Sam ayogera Luganda tayogera Luzungu ne comedy we tali mu Luzungu ali mu kakadde kaba subscribers kakadde just ayogera Luganda comedy bolabe. There are in millions of subscribers nga tukayanira just ba subscribers ogundi emu. Let me go here.
let me go to, sorry, let me first remove the video, audio. So guys, just ku 30th tugenda kubeerayo, sina kalango ke era sinayogerako naye, just njagadde gira nti if you can have $10, just $10, why can we subscribe to Falcon Twabani and we can't subscribe to our own? So Comedy Store, let me type in here, Comedy Store, Comedy Store. Olabe ba subscribers beina kasimanyi ndoza Alex Muhanji manyi bameka naye nsubira nera emitwalo 6 ejaba subscriber just on bazungu olooza be ba subscribings bana Uganda, you know, kati agizembu chikute enyi kola buli kamu. Genda olabe ani muyimbi ki Shiba, Shiba yani kalungi, Shiba mpandise Shiba in, Shiba kalungi.
Abantu abagala okusubscribing abangi bagala byononese, waliwo abali bagamba mbu Stella Nyanzi waliwo wagenda abantu ne bagamba wange nange kangende tomanya yinza okweyambula.
Yeah, so Shiba emitwalo 4 mu Uganda ne traders singa simanyi ekinene nnyo ayina emitwalo ndooza $20 gwe nsubira yayina gundi enene, ayina just taweza na mitwalo 2. Kati if you're just that, why can't we fight to see ayina gumu kitundu? Let us see nti tufuna uje tukoma okuyamba abagundi tetwetaaga kugira. So he has this guy simanyi wawali gundi ye naye ku WhatsApp ndoza social media ye already kwekali osobola okugendayo nolaba ayinayo conference egenda kubeerawo nga 3. Let us be there guys. I'll be there. Abanaba bagala okugira sigenda kugira siri ku program siri. So naye tubeereyo tu socializing, twerabeko, tuogere, taking notes, twewa amagezi, tulabe n'abalala bye bakola. Yeah, that is how we should start moving together. Yagambye abatalina suuti eri weekend sebo, weekend buli omu ayambala jeans but traders ebyo ebyesuuti bali eri bebagira. Okay guys, ndooza tugenda komano kamputeko mu bibuuzo byammwe abayinayo ebibuuzo, abayinayo comments ezenjawulo. I'm smelling money, good morning here Sonko. Okay, Amit Yadiv, gold, I think I've done something about gold. US30, I've done it. Okay, that's why they say where you used to sit in the class does not determine where you sit in the plane. Lukundo ulide nti bwatulanga mu class siwe wagenda ogamba nti oyina tula gundi ojja buzi n'ogamba ensawo yo yekulaga wotula first class, business class oba komo bagiyita bati economy.
Omuntu bobo performinga, it is like a cast. If you are bora abantu aba performinga bulungi mu masomero aba performinga obulungi life yawe tuka nefuuka nzibu in future. Naye abaana be wali olabanga bakadde bidde omusanga nga yakikuba.
Okay. Simanyi Sonko Julius abadde agamba nti this is volongoto. This week is volongoto. If you don't be steady, you could end up in the, yeah, just be patient. Week tebadde very, very clear. Just look at the trend gezaako okutunuulira, or you anticipate what the week will be. really, Euro pairs were very, very good yesterday, this week. If you concentrated on Euro pairs, you could have made, if you bought any Euro using the dollar, using Japanese yen, using Canadian dollar, they were very, very good. So try to concentrate on the trend. Bovango's trading. If you don't like me, go trading a GJ. I've not taken any trade on GJ. I took a trade on gold buys and it burnt me. Nenjivako. So then I'm just waiting and sitting, and I feel good. See feeling any formal. Manyi nebwe nagamba nti njagala za kulya akatale kajja zikuba. This market without community or mentor is hard banange. Of course.
Waliwo akatale wekatuuka ne kaflowinga n'owulira mu butuufu n'ogamba oba njogera nako nga naawe okewulira naye kati si kakola naye kagenda kikola oba next week oba next month oba nkya naye bw'oba olaba nga tofiiringa akatale nga you are just forcing things akatale kajja kutwala kati nga jo natekinze buys ya GJ ku 4H naye nagivuddemu saawa nga eyo saawa 2 naye nga yatempadde pips 30 oba 40 zibadde za buli.
Yeah, funa linda bulinzi ofune clear picture, then wonokoma okuforcinga trade ejja kuforcinga okuluzinga sente. So guys, ndoza katukome waneno abana abasobodde okwegatta ku stream later. Like, comment, leave a comment before you leave. Bobanga otwegaseko, just leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and keep watching. See you guys maybe tomorrow, maybe on Friday, any day mukama wana abasoboseza. Let us meet. Thanks for